Welcome once again. We are going to sheet 1. We are WHI1040. 1. Make changes on sheet 1. It says, first instruction on changes on it says, column B to 20 PT. So let's go to sheet 1. Make sure that you are in the correct worksheet. It says, adjust column B to 20 PT. So I'll select column B, right click, column width to 20. Just type in 20, then enter. You can see that column B is now adjusted. Let's go to the next instruction. It says, row 3, adjust the row height to 30. Let's go to row 3, select row 3, right click, row height 30. Okay, let's go to the next instruction. It says, cell E5, format the entry to a currency value with 0 decimal places. Let's make sure that we are in cell E5. E5, enter. Say format it to, go to Home tab, click on the drop down menu for more. Then it said we must format it to what? To currency. Click on currency, how many decimal places? With 0 decimal places. Reduce the number of decimals to 0, then press OK. Okay, what else? Format the value. In cell E6, format the value to an accounting 2 decimal places with R symbol. Okay, let's go to E6. So once we are in E6, click on the drop down menu, accounting, R symbol, 2 decimal places. Okay, and let's go back to the instructions. It says, match the cells. Okay, let me just copy in range. Just copy in the range B15 through E15. Match the cells in this range. In the name box, I'll quickly paste the name under alignment group. Let's go to the next instruction. The next instruction, it says, use a formula to calculate the total increased revenue 2020 for February by adding the calculated expected increase percentage amount percentage stored elsewhere in the worksheet with the February's total revenue with February's total revenue. Apply absolute cell addressing. Where necessary, the calculation order must be as follows: total revenue plus total revenue times expected increase. Let's go back to the instruction. It says, use a formula to calculate the total increased revenue 2020 for February by adding the calculated expected increase percentage amount percentage stored elsewhere in the worksheet with the February's total revenue with February's total revenue. With February's total revenue, with February's total revenue. So it's total revenue plus total revenue times expected increase. So let's go back to it. In which cell? In which cell? In cell C17. In the name box, just type C17 to quickly go to the cell. It's equal to, whenever they say a formula, you start by equal to, it's set for February, of which it will be this one, plus, then in bracket, this cell again, multiplied by I3 for the expected increase percentage. Then I will make use of absolute cell referencing by adding the dollar signs before the column letter and the row number. This is how you make use of absolute cell referencing. Before the column letter and before the row number, you add dollar signs, then control and enter. You can see it says equal to E5 plus in bracket E5 multiplied by that cell. Okay, let's go back to the instruction. It says, still on the cell, fill or copy the formula in cell C17 through to C18 and to C16. Okay, let's first copy it to C16 using the fill handle, and also to C18 by using a fill handle. Let's go back to the instruction. Note C16 will display a 0 value for now. If you can go and check C16, it displayed a 0 value as they said. Okay. In cell C4, use a formula to display the total flyers that has been calculated from the lemonade sheet for January. We are going to use a formula to display the total flyer that has been calculated. It has already been calculated. It is something that we're just going to take from the lemonade sheet and paste it here because it has already been calculated. Okay, let's go back to the instruction. It says in cell C4. Okay, in the name box C4. Then we're going to press in equal to open the lemonade sheet. We are told that this thing has already been calculated. What are we looking for? Use a formula to display the total flyers. Okay, let's go back. Where did we calculate the total flyers? It will be E31. Then once you get it, press enter. You can see now it displays 635. Let's go back to the next instruction. Use a formula to display the total, in cell D4, use a formula to display the total sales that has been calculated just like we did in that one from the lemonade sheet for January. Use a formula to display the total sales, okay, from the lemonade sheet for January. Okay, in cell D4, it's equal to, then we go to the lemonade sheet, total sales, which is G31, press tab. In cell E4, use a formula to display the total revenue that has been calculated from the lemonade sheet. Explicitly use cell H31. Here you are told that you should use H31. So let's go back to it. It's equal to, we are going to open lemonade and then click on H31, then end. So let's go back to the next instruction. In cell C11, use a function to display the list flyers distributed from the lemonade sheet for January. We are going to determine the list flyers for the lemonade sheet. In which cell? In cell C11. Make sure that you are in cell C11. It's equal to, for list you press min, then tab, go to the lemonade tab, and then what do they want from you? The list flyers distributed for January. Make sure that you are under sales for January. Flyers, select until the last, then enter. Highest rainfall for what? Okay. In cell C12, use a function to display the highest rainfall from the lemonade sheet for January. Format this number to 0 decimal place. Format this number to 0 decimal places. Okay. Highest rainfall, of which is the max tab. We open the lemonade worksheet. The maximum what? Rainfall for January. Okay, enter. Okay, let's go back to the instruction. It says in cell C13, use a formula to display the average temperature from the lemonade sheet for January. Format this value to a number with 0 decimal places. Okay, let's go back to it. It's equal to average tab lemonade average temperature for January. Selecting the range, then control and enter because I want to keep the cell selected. Format it to a number, 0 decimal places, and okay. Let's go back to the next instruction. It says, okay, set the following printing options for this sheet: page orientation to portrait, margins to center on page vertically and horizontally, scale sheet to fit sheet on one page with no guide lines. Insert a header, left section, insert sheet name, center section, insert time, insert a footer, center section, type a student number, bold the range, the values in this range. Okay, for this one we'll need page layout, print titles because it's printing options. So let's check the instruction for it. It says set the page or the orientation of the page to portrait. So under page on orientation, portrait. Okay, the next instruction says margins to center on page vertically and horizontally. Go to margins, center on page horizontally, vertically. Next instruction, scale sheet to fit sheet on one page with no guide lines on page, fit to on sheet, deselect guide lines. Header, insert a header, left section, insert a sheet name, center section, insert time, left section, insert under header in footer, custom header. It says left section, insert sheet name. So we are going to insert the sheet name. Then what else? Center section, insert time, center section, insert time. What else? Insert a footer. Okay, we can go to custom footer. Center section, type your student number, center section 219734550. What else? Bold the values in this range. So we are done. You can press OK and OK, and then go to the range E4 through E6. Bold the values in this range. So I'll just type it in the name box, enter, go to home, then bold. Then we are done with this one. You can save, submit, and then get yourself 20 out of 20. So the next video will be on project 2 for WHI1040, and then in the next one it will be on project 3, and so on and so forth. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment, subscribe as well.